Hi, I'm Cindy Bailey. I'm a realtor with Blum here in Lafayette, and I'm sitting here today with Troy Hebert. He's a managing broker for Blum, and we thought we'd just talk a little bit about the stats through February of 21. And I know that just came out. We covered it this morning in our meeting. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about, it's a crazy market right now, as I know most people out there know. And you could maybe explain it to us and what's going on in Lafayette. Oh, wait. Happy St. Patty's Day. I wore my green. He wore pink.
I did not.
I wore my green.
I did not. Real men wear pink.
That's
okay,
right. That's
so we're coming off of 2020, which was a record year in real estate throughout Acadia and Lafayette. 2021 has started off very strong. When we start looking at Lafayette Parish by itself, in houses sold, the market is beating 2020 through February by 12.82%. Dollar volume, and that's the total dollar volume sold in the marketplace through Lafayette Parish, is ahead of this time last year by 20.36%.
Wow.
So we had a very strong second half of the year in 2020. So far, we've been very fortunate that it's carried over into 2021 through the first 2 months. Only issue that we're running into is
no houses. Let me guess.
No houses.
No houses to sell.
We are in a very low inventory market. So what does that mean? Basically, right now we have 2 months supply of inventory in the market.
In Lafayette Parish?
In Lafayette Parish,
wow.
And throughout Acadiana, actually.
Oh my goodness.
So what does that mean? That means if we stop taking any new listings, in theory, we should sell what's on the market inside 2 months.
In 6 months is an average.
6
right?
months is a very balanced market.
Okay.
So this is what people like to try to call a seller's market. So why do we call it a seller's market? Because buyers only have limited amount of houses to choose from.
So houses,
no matter what price point they're in, to some degree. It doesn't mean that you still don't have to price your house right.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you don't have to get your house show ready. It just means that your competition in the price points that you've listed it at is less. Therefore, if your house is ready, if your house is in good condition and ready to go, there you have a very high chance that you're going to get multiple offers on that house in a very short period of time.
I know that. So as a listing agent, I'm still going in now and telling people, my sellers, everything needs to be clean, decluttered, and priced right. Correct. Remember, you still have to go through appraisal. You can't overprice your house by $20,000 because then you go in a month later, get it appraised, and the whole deal falls apart.
Correct. Now, the prices are moving. People are buying. Yeah. People are buying at the top of the market right now. But again, everything is based on appraisal. So you cannot predict where the market is moving. So you can't say, well, it's a seller's market, low competition, I'm going to price it here. You may be pricing it way past where the market is currently at. So therefore, you just need to price it right, get it ready, and you should sell it quick.
So when we talk about pricing right, this is what I do, and you can tell me if this is, I think it's the right thing. I look at not just sold, and right now we can go back, let's say 4 months or 3 months, but also pending. I want to see, now I know that pending didn't close at that, but it kind of gives me an idea of where they're being priced at right now.
It can give you an idea, but the sold data is what they're going to look at.
When the appraiser's
going to look at sold data.
6 months behind.
Correct, or less, depending. Appraisers are taking somewhat into consideration.
They are moving
supply and demand, where the market is moving. In some cases, it's difficult, depending upon where you are, to try to figure that out as the market is moving quick on all of us. But at the end of the day, even in a seller's market, pricing it appropriately still matters.
Because listen, if your house sits on the market, in this market for 3 months, people are asking me what's wrong with that house that hadn't sold.
Correct.
So you can stigmatize it. So,
correct.
Oh man, I forgot what. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about the price points. I think that's interesting.
So in Lafayette Parish right now, 65.42% of everything sold is between 150 and 300. The sweet spot, and that's been for the last few years, has been that 200 to roughly 250. That affordable price market has done very well. It's done very well on the new construction side, and it's driven a lot of homes under construction as well in those price points. You know, the interesting thing right now, what we're seeing is happening is this is an interest rate driven market. So it doesn't matter what you can afford. Everybody has the ability to move up. So what we're seeing is a complete move up market. My job is this. This is what I make. I can still only afford this. But based on today's interest rates, I can afford this now.
Right.
And so people stayed home in 2020 for a few months, came out of that saying, I can't stay in my house.
Yeah,
and they started moving.
It's too small.
Interest rates started maneuvering down, and then it just set the market on fire. And then just where we are right now.
Right. You know, so when I'm showing houses, it doesn't matter what price range it's in. I find they're all moving from that middle of the range from 150, but even the $500,000 houses.
$500,000 on up
in a day.
Yeah, $500,000 on up for a long period of time was where we really were not seeing a lot of activity. Month supply of inventory has come down tremendously. We used to be double digits, 10, 12, 15, 16 months. 300 and above is 3.86 months supply of inventory right now.
Wow.
So not a lot of inventory. Not a lot of inventory. Still got to, people still got to qualify to maneuver for these bigger price houses. But we've seen a lot of those houses move over the last year based on interest rates.
I have not seen it like this. I've been a realtor for 15 years. I've never seen this market.
I've never seen anything like this. About the closest thing I can say I saw was
Katrina?
Very early in my career, from that 03 through 07.
Okay.
Where you had stated income, very different requirements. We had $100 a barrel oil. Lafayette and Acadiana was very sheltered. Rest of the country was in a more of an economic issue state. We were not, and we were blowing and going. But I don't think I remember ever seeing
like this
inventory so low.
So can you touch a little bit on new construction, because I know that the price of building is going up and builders are just having to raise their prices.
They are. New construction prior to last year was the only basic niche, I'd say, that was lagging, meaning that everything else was doing well. It was not outperforming its previous year.
Right.
2020, new construction came back with a vengeance, had its best year in probably 5 years. And right now, going into 2021, on units sold, the market is ahead of this time last year by 36%.
Wow.
Dollar volume is ahead, total dollar volume is ahead by 43.2%. 77.14% of all new construction sold is between 150 and 300. With that 200 and 250 being a very strong price point. Material costs have gone up. There have been custom home projects that have stalled, but most of our builders who have availability to buy lots continue to drop inventory, even with rising costs, are selling and appraising.
They are moving. I represent several builders.
And appraising.
Yes, they are appraising, absolutely. One more thing I'd like to talk about. When I'm looking at the stats, I see that the majority of our market's coming from Area O, Youngsville, Broussard.
That's been the case for as many years. There's still land available. Developers, I guess, still feel more comfortable being able to put inventory in that marketplace and still sell. But amazing things are happening in other areas as well. Let's take West Village. Let's take West Village in Scott.
Yes, I saw that.
I was actually out there not that long ago, and they have moved a tremendous amount of lots.
Hey, let me give it a plug for Hamlet. Right off on the corner of Q and where College Saloon, where that new roundabout is, in Hebrew
Yeah.
Square. I put 3 under contract in one day last week.
Right.
3.
You got your roundabout done, traffic moving.
And you're right here in town, close to
and
everything.
you're close to everything here in Lafayette.
Yeah.
So I think as developers continue to feel more comfortable with their investment, and builders still wanting to get into Youngsville, Broussard
Right,
area,
there's land
I think
there.
O is going to
Yeah.
continue to still be a dominant factor. But we are starting to see some maneuvering into areas that we hadn't really seen before, like Scott and so forth,
That's where land
that are really
becomes
taking
available.
off.
Right,
That are
right.
really taking off.
So, okay, so I guess just let me say closing. I would love to list your house. I definitely have a shortage of inventory. As soon as I list it, they sell. I can help you prepare it. Professional photographer, professional videographer, stager, I have it all. I'd love to help you. And look, you can get your too late sign. Hopefully in a day. I'd love that. I don't know if it's going to be a day, but we sure will try. But thank you so much,
You're
Troy.
welcome. I
He's
love
such
doing
an
it with you.
asset to our community. Lather and Blum, it's been awesome. I mean,
Thank you.
it's been good. Thank you so much. Bye.